Hey, beautiful people, all praises to the Most High. So, we're going to expose the works of the enemy, unclean and hateful birds, evil birds, monitoring birds, trap setting birds. So, when I first made this channel about 4 months ago, I made a video about evil animals and I talk about evil birds. Now, Revelations 8 and 2. And he cried mightily with a strange voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. So let's talk about these unclean and hateful birds, monitoring, trap setting birds. The crow. The crow is a wicked, hateful bird, okay? It means bad luck, death, curse was just made against you. So when you see one flying past you, you know a curse was just made against you. When you see two or three or four, you should look up the meaning for that. They all mean something different. But it just means bad luck, death. And when you see a curse was just made against you. A crow is a pioneer of intelligence, mystery, creativity, courage, power, enchantment, and so on. So when you see it, a curse. And also witches and wizards, they use those two as transportation. Okay? It's a witchcraft bird, it's a snare setting bird. They also use this bird to set traps, and also they they manifest themselves in these birds, witches and wizards. They're reporting birds, they're surveillance birds, and they eat human flesh and they pluck out eyes. Crows are wicked birds. Pigeons, it means gossip and slander. They're used by the enemy. They're a monitoring bird, they're a trap setting bird, they're a reporting bird, they're a witchcraft bird, they're a tracking bird if under witchcraft surveillance. Okay, this is another one of the birds that they use, manifest themselves into, set traps, and also there's birds with witchcraft spirit. Okay, this is another wicked, hateful, wicked bird. Owl. Any type, any kind. Witchcraft spirit. If one saw an owl or heard its hoot, someone was going to die. Bad luck, ill health, or death. And curse. Someone just cursed you. And witches and wizards can manifest themselves in owls too. All right. Vulture. This wicked and hateful bird. Okay. As you see, right? This is the black vulture. When you see the vulture, ill omen, bad. Start praying. The raven. Raven is often associated with loss and ill omen, yet its symbolism is complex as talking bird. The raven also represents prophecy and insight. It's used by the enemy. So when you see ravens, you should see like two or three. You should find out the meaning, the spiritual meaning of it. But when you see ravens, it's not good. It means curse. It's not good. You should pray. The raven is actually an animal that Noah cursed in the ark. Let me read it to you. The raven is another animal that has changed its appearance during its sojourning in the ark. When Noah decided to send him forth to find out about the state of the waters, he hid under the wings of the eagle. Noah found him, however, and said to him, Go and see whether the waters have diminished. The raven pleaded, Hast thou none other among all the birds to send on this errand? Noah, my power extends no further than over thee and the dove. But the raven was not satisfied. He said to Noah with great insolence, Thou sendest me forth only that I may meet my death, and thou wish my death that my wife may be at thy service. Thereupon Noah cursed the raven thus, May thy mouth, which thou hast spoken evil against me, be accursed, and thy intercourse with thy wife be only through it. And all the animals in the ark said Amen. And this is the reason why a mass of spittle runs from the mouth of the male raven into the mouth of the female during the act of copulation, and only thus the female is impregnated. Altogether, the raven is an unattractive animal. He is unkind toward his own young, so long as their bodies are not covered with black feathers, though as a rule ravens love one another. God therefore takes the young ravens under his special protection. The raven has himself to blame also for the awkward hop in its gant. He observed the graceful step of the dove, and envious of her tried to emulate it. The outcome was that he almost broke his bones without in the least succeeding in making himself resemble the dove. So you see, the raven ain't no good bird. And this is a monitoring tool from Satan, okay? The seagull. flaps, but when they flap their wings, they're flapping spells with their wings, used by the enemy. Monitoring bird, trap setting bird, hateful bird, reporting spying bird. They also use the sparrow. Okay, so you gotta be careful when you see a whole flock of sparrows and they're moving funny and whispering and all that. Those are those are monitoring sparrows. And also these, you got to be careful and know the difference between a sign from God with a duck and the devil, because the marine kingdom, if you live beside a lot of waters and stuff, they use the ducks as monitoring spies, and the same as the platypus. That's what I wanted to show you. Also the starling bird, which I talked about, it can the enemy uses the starling bird a lot to monitor. And this is another hateful bird. This is a butcher bird, the strike, a predatory songbird, fearless and bold and ferocious killer that will impale its victim. Check out your surroundings. Know the value of having a surplus. Some strikes are also known as butcher birds because of their habit of keeping corpse. Do you see? That's what impale means. Let's get into some quick stuff. If you think
prayer against witchcraft birds. These are evil birds with witchcraft spirits. They monitor life for evil assignments in our environment. Evil bird is now common. Their agenda is to steal, to kill, and to destroy. According to the word of God in the book of John, chapter 10.
And I made a video about that a long time ago, when I just started this channel. But let me tell you, Satan tell you that he uses them.
Why do you think David said tread on the lion and the adder? You guys gotta wake up.
So many birds, wicked birds, the owl, the eagle, the vulture.
Remember I told you about evil birds? Okay. A lot of these people have pets and dogs, and that's their familiar spirit because they're afraid to talk to Satan. So that's who talks to them. That is the truth. That is the truth. They don't know his character. For real.
Okay, so I'm just showing you some videos that if you want to know.
Birds of flies, evil omen of witchcraft. You see, birds are used as agents or point of contact for perpetration of witchcraft.
Okay, and I also have a video about this that I made about 4